What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. You're watching Everything Weapons. We're going to be reading from the Firearm blog website. YouTube disclaimer, we do not sell firearms. I have nothing to do with any brands or companies. This is not an ad or sponsor. Weatherby Model 307 MZY takes them forward into the past. Weatherby Incorporated has a long history of building high-end hunting rifles, but all those rifles have something in common. They're chambered for the modern cartridges of their era because Weatherby was built to innovate from its founding. That's changing now, kind of. Weatherby has announced its first muzzle loader, the Model 307 MZY rifle, but is it really a step backwards or a step sideways, then forward? A hot rod past. You would have a hard time finding a firearms manufacturing company with a history more tied to performance than Weatherby. Founded by Roy Weatherby, that's a high aura count American name, in California in 1945. The whole point of this company from day one was to push the limits of firepower. Weatherby wanted to develop flat shooting, hard hitting, high velocity cartridges, and he wanted rifles that he could handle, right? And rather the rifles that can handle these high velocity cartridges. So he didn't want to build weak rifles, basically, right? Weatherby's timing was perfect. In World War II, a whole generation of American buyers had learned to handle the M1 Garand, a semi-auto in .30 to 0.6, and servicemen were also exposed to a wide range of other weapons, either in the hands of themselves and their allies or in an opponent's use. The lever actions that had dominated America's gun counters were on the out, and superior firepower of high velocity big rounds that are semi-automatic as well was on the way in. Increased consumer spending power drove sporting rifle sales, and gun magazines did booming business with stories about overseas safaris. And if you wanted a gun to smash a water buffalo, Roy Weatherby could sell you the gun to do just that. Over time, the Weatherby lineup changed to include other rifles besides their iconic Model V. Today, the Vanguard gives a more affordable entry point into their catalog, but Weatherby is still one of the most respected names when it comes to the cutting edge of hard-hitting FUD firepower. And not only were they pushing the limits of sporting cartridges, but the rifles also came with a fit and finish that was near custom level. Their whole philosophy sounds kind of like the opposite of muzzle loading, or maybe it isn't. Weatherby says their new Model 307 MZY is a high-performance rifle too. It just happens to load from the front. So to make the Model 307, they used a sealed in-line ignition system that would typically be used for a custom muzzle loader. This lets the rifle push the performance level without worrying about blowback that you'd get from some other rifles. It also makes for repeatable headspace, helping the shooter dial in long-distance accuracy that you might not usually expect from a muzzle loader. The sealed in-line ignition system is also supposed to make ignition more reliable, so the barrel length on either caliber is 26 inches plus another 2 inches for the muzzle brake. The 45 caliber version has a 1:20 twist, while the 50 caliber version has a 1:26 twist. Both versions of the rifle weigh 7.1 pounds without accessories and unloaded, with an overall length of 45 inches and a 13.25 inch length of pull. An adjustable trigger tech unit comes standard. Peak 44 provides the carbon fiber buttstock, which has a 3D hex recoil reducing head, butt pad. The metal comes with a Cerakote finish to fight corrosion. Pause. The Arrowhead Gen 2 ignition system is somewhat like the Nitro Fire system, though. It uses not just a primer, but also a housing for that primer. Unlike nitrofire charges, which are disposed of after a single shot, the Arrowhead Gen 2 housing can handle as many as 30 shots before they need to be thrown away. Weatherby ships 20 unprimed, reusable Arrowhead Gen 2 primer housing modules with the Model 307 MZY rifle, which is probably enough to get you through several years of shooting, but if you ever want more or need it, suspiciously, right, they're currently listed on Weatherby's site at $140 for 20 of them. Weatherby also includes a breech plug wrench and socket, a collapsible ramrod, and cedar mounted quick loaders for the rifle. You can order the Model 307 MZY with your choice of 2 different open sights or with a barrel bearer for easy optics mounting. Note that this is not a smokeless muzzleloader. Weatherby recommends using Blackhorn 209 powder, a charge of 105 grains by weight or 150 grains by volume, and a 280 grain Hornady bore driver bullet for 45 caliber rifles, or the same bullet in 340 grains if you've moved up to the 50 cal version. With that in mind, consider the $2,699 to $2,849, so maybe a little over 2.8K. The 2.8K version is for the version with the Williams precision iron sights. For just under 1,200, One Men Arms would sell you a front stuffer that's capable of using smokeless powder. A used Savage 10ml2 will cost you even less. If you want Weatherby quality and accuracy, it'll cost you a little bit more, but if you want to fire a smokeless muzzleloader, you might actually be able to save some money. Thank you guys very much for watching. Again, all credit to the Firearm blog website. That's where I was reading from. And type a comment down below if you will be or did pick up the Weatherby Model 307 MZY rifle, and consider subscribing. Most people don't even hit the sub button. They just are a weirdo and watch someone for years and never help them out by spending 1 second, one little energy of hitting the sub button, okay? I put a lot of time and effort into my videos. Ring the bell also, guys, if you want to help me out. That way you don't miss any video I post in the future, because you will receive a text notification every time an upload drops. And check out my older content on the channel, guys. Lots of firearm and military update type videos, along with history and some one-off other similar content. So I'd love for you to join us if you're new, and smash the like button. A thumbs up is greatly appreciated. It does help me out in the YouTube algorithm, kind of pushes my videos to a new audience, so that really helps me out. And again, you've been watching Everything Weapons. Until next time, I hope you guys have a decent day and a good week. See you in my next video. Take care.